Welcome everybody to our Let's Play of Mad Games Tycoon here at PC Tekken Gaming. So my name is Kyle and I'll be taking you through this Let's Play. Hopefully we can have a bit of fun with it and turn it into a good series. So Games Tycoon is all about obviously making a game studio and turning that game studio into a perspiring, massive game company capable of creating MMOs and all sorts of cool stuff. You can also build game consoles and other things along the way and just do lots of really cool stuff. I've often thought this was a pretty cool game. I've dabbled with it, but I haven't beaten it by any stretch or became a really good game company. So I would say I'm a medium level player of this game, you know, not quite bad at it, but not super good at it either. So anyway, we'll see how we go. So this is episode 1, so we're obviously starting a new game. So I'm going to go into the start a new game. I'm going to call ourselves a player name. I think we'll have it relate to the channel, so maybe we'll call it PC Tech and Gaming or PC Tech and Game, do you reckon? PC Tech and Game Studio. It's a bit of a long-winded name, but no, it's a bit too long. How about we go PTG Studios? That sounds a bit better, a bit abbreviated. PTG Studios. So, oh, that was player name. So we'll go PTG or Studios. Yeah, Studios. We'll go Studios. Player name is obviously me, so that's Kyle. Company logo. Whose company should we emulate, or should we just go fully unique? I'm thinking we should go fully unique, because I don't really like to emulate something else, even though all these logos here are rather interesting. You know, you've got Cupcom, Pandai, iGrames. The Rockstar logo, but with an L. These obviously all takes on the big companies. Buzzer Entertainment for Blizzard. But no, I think for us we'll go something pretty generic down the bottom here. Something that's pretty cool. I think I like this one. This one looks pretty symmetrical and interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll go this one. Choose your gender, I'm a male. Choose game settings. Small office building, random platform popularity, unlock all features, disable tutorial, disable random events. Random genre combinations, random concept settings. I think we're going to leave everything off, although we might disable the tutorial as I know how to play the game, so I don't think we're going to need it at this point. So we'll disable the tutorial. I haven't played this game very recently at all, definitely not within the last 3 to 6 months, but I've spent quite a bit of time with it in the last few years, and even when this game was in beta form on Steam before it came to full version. So I've got a pretty good idea how to play it. So we're going to go with Kyle, which is me. Actually, my in-game game name that I usually use is Septimus. Back in the old WoW days. I think we'll go with that actually. So we're going to go with the game name of Septimus, PGG Studios for PC Tekken Gaming Studios. Pretty cool looking logo. Oh, forgot to choose country. What kind of bonus do we want to get? Oh, currently it's all a 5% sales bonus, so it's really what country you want to be in and what specialization do you want to have. I kind of find myself mainly playing simulation games or sandbox games or RPGs. So I think we'll choose one that resonates with that. So we'll say our company is going to be based in Russia because it's gives me the simulation specialization. This just means when we make simulation games in the game that my particular character will be good at programming and coding those types of games. Although you do hire other staff with other specializations, so it's not like I'll miss out on all the rest of these because I'll probably eventually hire staff which will be good at all of these certain ones. So we'll go with Russia. Cool, so I think we're all ready to go. We've got our name, we've got our studio name, we've got our logo, we've chosen our country. We've only turned off the tutorial and gender male. And that's it, so we'll start a new game. So... oh no, the country must be an overall bonus that the studio must get. Because here's my individual specializations as a character in-game. So I can specialize in a feature of the games. And I can specialize in a skill. So I think as far as the skill goes, I think we will go with simulation again. But in the early game it can be quite hard, so you need some advantages, maybe a bit diverse. The other types of games that I like playing are RPGs. So I think I'll choose RPG for my specific specialization. And as far as my special feature, I want it to be something that can be used kind of early to mid-game, but also be usable still in the late game. Because if you choose to specialize in a special feature like 4-color support, well, you only use this for like the first maybe 20 minutes to half an hour you play, and then eventually as you get your software company researching some stuff, you will get more and more of these special features to be able to use in your games. And when you get up to 32-bit color support, 4-color support will be redundant and you'll never use it. So it's probably good to pick a special feature which can be used in the mid to late game, but at the end of the day you can still hire staff that have all these sorts of things too, so it's not going to be like I'm going to be making every single bit of software myself throughout the whole game. But still good to pick something a little bit balanced to kind of help early to mid game, I'm thinking at the moment. So I think what we might do with that We might go with... maybe a sound setting. Maybe color, cutscenes. You can usually tell where these various things are going to come in the game, because basically all the ones at the top of the early games features. As we go down the list, it kind of goes into the late game. So I was going to pick something early to mid game. Probably 32-bit color support will be fairly something universal in all games. As far as these settings go, I'm going to pick here. We've got 5 points we can choose. So I might go for 1 for game design, 1 for programming, 1 for graphics, 1 for music and sound. Office work is like advertising and other kinds of stuff. I think we'll go game design, because we really want to be able to design good games to get our company off the ground. Okay, that's it. So that's the character skills. So we're going to be specializing in 32-bit color, special genre RPG, and we're going to allocate our points like that. So now we're going to click and go into the game. Going to have the game speed as standard. And we're going to start in the early 1980s, i.e. at the very beginning. And as we go through the game, right through to 2010 and beyond, we'll get updated things. But we're going to start with very basic stuff at the beginning, and then grow the company. And hopefully, when we get to 2010, we'll be hopefully kicking some big goals. We'll see. Alright, let's go. 1980. Difficulty... we'll go normal, because I do have experience with this game, but at the same time, I am not perfect at it, and we do run the risk of potentially going bankrupt, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll see how long we can get. How long we can go. You know, no pain, no gain. Alright, so let's jump in. Normal. Loading game, let's go. Information. Welcome to Mad Game Tycoon. Initially many functions are disabled, but with time, more and more features are unlocked. Have fun. Fantastic. So here we are. We're starting in a bit of a shed or garage. So there's our car over there, and here's our office space. So now we have to build some rooms so we can get our company going. So we'll just pause the game, pick me up and move me there. So we need a development office, so we can start to create some games. We want it big enough for at least 2 desks in there to begin with. So we're going to make it a 3x5. Or go here and see how big desks are. Oh wait, we can't put it in there yet until we make the room. It's okay, so we'll make a development office. I think 3x4 would do it. We have got very limited room, so just going to be careful. Oops. Oh, okay, yep. Now a little bit rusty. So development, 13 grand. We have 100,000. So we'll build it that. Place the door here. Now we need to get a desk. Buy the cheap $1,000 desk at this point. And then we're going to put another desk in there, hopefully it'll fit. It does. It's a very crammed office, but I think it'll do. So the next room we're going to need for our studio, we're going to need a toilet. Because everybody's got to do what they got to do. But this can be a pretty small room. Another 3x4 room. Yep, that'll do. Place a door. And we'll populate it with the stuff that it needs. And a wash basin. Can't really see it there, but it is there. And a hand dryer over that side. So that's it. That's all the rooms we can build. So I'll get a development and a toilet. Cool. So now we have to assign me, Septimus. I'm a level 3 person with all those various stats. We have to assign me a room, so assign me into game development. Now we will choose our first game. So we're going to program and code our first game for the company in this first episode here. So we're going to develop a game. Or do we need to build an engine first? Nope. I think we need to make a game first before we can make an engine. So develop a game. We'll call it... well, first we have to pick what it's going to be about so we can get the name. Because get the continuity right at least. So it's going to be a retail game with a minimum cost of $10,000. It's going to be a B-rated game, which means we've got a maximum of 5 features, no extra development cost with that one. Target audience, we're going to go... Let's make a children's game first, shall we? Going to select our topic. We've only got 3 topics available, so this is what the game's going to be about, for a want of a better word. So we'll go worms. Make a child's game about worms. And you can have a subtopic. And with the other, we've got holiday here, so we're going to go holiday. So we're going to have worms on holiday. The main genre, we're going to have... let's make an arcade game. Yeah, we'll go an arcade game. And of course without engine, because we don't have a game engine developed yet. And we're going to call it Worms on Holiday. Worms, not worm. Perfect. So that's the game concept. So we're going to go next. We're going to select a platform. We can only do personal computer at this point, which has a strong market share of 11.8%. We'll be able to get other platforms and buy dev kits for those other platforms as we go. Game concepts. We have no game concepts. This is when you have a good game and you can go back and look at what kind of worked and what didn't. Fan letters. That's if you get some fan mail about a game. Completed game reports. In the later game you can analyze your game and work out what was good and what was bad and help use that to better your newer games. So in these game settings you can kind of focus the efforts of making the game to one way or the other. So with graphics it'll improve the graphics, obviously with gameplay it'll improve the gameplay. Well, it's an arcade game, A very basic one, I might add. So graphics aren't going to be a big thing. So I tend to think that gameplay might be more important. So we're going to put it more towards gameplay. I think story and game length, I think it could be more story orientated. So we'll put it a little bit more towards the story side. Functions or atmosphere, we'll go for a little bit more function over atmosphere because it's a pretty basic arcade game. So let's hope that's the right move, because we're still in the game concept, so we're gonna try and move these sliders to figure out what's going to be good for the particular game we've built with the topic and you know, main topic and subtopic and all the rest of it. It's a kids game, so we definitely want it to be beginner friendly, so we're going to go right to the top with beginner friendly because we want our little kiddies to be able to play it the best they can, and it's going to be a casual game, not a core gamer, because again it's a children's game, so we'll go to there. As far as priority goes, I think we'll drop 1 from sound and add 1 to gameplay, and we're going to go all languages, so therefore we can sell the game all over the world, giving ourselves the most chance for sales. And now we're going to go to producing the game. Oh, but we have a problem. The development cost of the game is 68,000. We only have 62,000 left, which means we probably can't make it for all countries, so we have to turn it back off again and probably only make it for English and Russian, where our company is based. Otherwise we'll go broke in the first game. Not a good idea. Okay. So this is where we select our game features, of which we can only select 2 because we don't have a game engine and haven't researched any other tech, being this is the first game. And this is where we can access the bank if we want to borrow money, which we will need to do in the early to mid game, but hopefully we can make some real awesome games and pay all the money back and not have the bank breathing down our necks. But we'll see how that goes. We have a current credit limit of $750,000. We're not going to draw any credit just yet, we're just because we're making our first game. And we'll see how we go. So, I'm going to unpause the game. Put it on normal speed. In fact, I might put it on medium speed. So now we're programming away. Putting our first game together. This bit over here, this is the head office, so this is where we can buy other companies' game engines, take games off the market we've released, buy licenses, copy protection, publishing offers, project coordination, dev kits. It's kind of like some main managerial functions of the company. So we'll see how my character Septimus goes as owner and founder of PTG Studios. Oh, gotta pop to the loo. Everybody needs to do that every once in a while. Alright, back to the office. So we've got our garage here. Hopefully one day we can move out of our garage into an actual building. We've got our logo down here on the front. Oh, we've completed our game development, so that's Worms on Holiday. The work on this game has been completed. You can release your game now. If you would like to continue working on the game, you can move the release date and bring it to the market at a later time. Do you wish to publish the game now? Well, yep, we'll publish it now. The work on this game has been completed. Test copies have already been sent out to all gaming magazines. Would you like to produce the game yourself, or do you want to contract a publisher? We can't self-produce yet. That's a mid to late game feature, so we'll have to find a publisher So we're going to go with one that's good with arcade games and has minimal, as least amount of share as possible. So we've got T2 here down the bottom, which takes a share of $4 from our game. They have the same market strength as the two up here, and they have a less share of our game, so we get more money. And they specialize in arcade as well, just like the two up here. So we're going to go to T2 to produce our game. So this is the experience we've gained from making the game. So that's handy to have. There's no games that have the same genre or theme, so we're pretty unique. That's our market analysis. First game was completed, so now you can build the research area. There you can research new features, genres and themes. Awesome. And how do we do for our first game? Fantastic. The graphics are great. They're the best I've seen in some time. The sound is below average. Hopefully they will do better next time. The controls are just a little too complicated, however the game is playable. The gameplay is below average. They need to be much better. The game has many weaknesses. Only buy it if you're a hardcore fan. Well, it's our first game. To get 41% is actually extremely good by this game standards. So we'll see how we go. So it's now released to the market. And that's it. Our first game's to the market. So now we're just going to pause it. Going to save the game. The game has been saved. Well, that's it, guys. That's where we're going to leave it. We've seen the creation of PTG Studios. A character, Septimus, has made his first game. Worms on Holiday. We sold 293 copies in our first week. We still have got to make 26,828 to make all our money back from production and then hopefully make a profit. So we'll see how that goes in the next episode. But yeah, if you're liking this series so far, please let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Like this video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.